Hi everyone, it's Ruth and welcome back to my channel, It Is Well. I am really getting spring fever. The weather is improving by leaps and bounds here, and everywhere I go there's spring stuff out, there's Easter stuff out. I can just see the trees are going to start blooming and budding soon, and so every time this happens I get this itch to deep clean my house and to redecorate little things, but I don't want to spend a lot of money or time. I'm not one of those people that decorates for every single holiday or changes out all my decor for every season. But I do like to make little changes that kind of freshen things up, and it excites me to do that. So I want to share with you just a few of the little things I do, especially during spring, since that's the season we're in, to kind of refresh my home, to make it look a little cheery, ready for warmer weather, and how to do it all in a budget. Okay, my first tip would be changing out your pillows. I love pillows, but when I go into a store and I see one that I love, and then I look at the price tag and it's 20, 30, 40. I mean, you look in a catalog, you can buy pillows, a single pillow for $100. I'm like, I don't think so. So many years ago, I started trying to figure out how can I change out the pillows in my home, whether they're just old and I need to replace them, or maybe I want to just update the decor. How can I do this on a budget? And here are a couple of things that I and some friends of mine have found really work over the years. One is go to your local thrift store. Sometimes you will hit the jackpot and you will find pillows that look brand new, even pillows with tags on them. I have been known to throw pillows in the washing machine before, and they've turned out okay, either air drying them, if that's a concern you have buying a used pillow, or a pillow you're not sure where it's been at before. But the other thing you can do with pillows you get at thrift stores is you can recover them. I have a friend who, most of the pillows in her home, and she has a lot of decorative pillows, are all bought from the thrift store and have been recovered. This is a pillow. I have two of these. The insert inside it was one from an old pillow that I no longer liked anymore, and I just found these cushions on Amazon, and I got two of them for $12. So for $6 a pillow, I was able to recover these pillows and use them in my home. If you want a small pillow, you can make your own. It's really not that hard. I am not a very crafty person, but I have a glue gun and I love my glue gun. And it's amazing what you can do with a glue gun. So this is a pillow that I made. I have one that sits on an accent chair in my living room, and I have another one identical to it that's on my bed. And this is actually a large microfiber duster that I got from the Dollar Tree. Many times you will find these in the automobile section because people will dry their cars off with these towels. So for $1 I got this. I stuffed it with some stuffing I already had, but you can also buy stuffing or pillow inserts off Amazon, from Walmart, from any craft store. And then I simply glue gunned the edges. And it will create a seam, like you can see here, there's a seam. But I mean, the pillow is sitting on my bed like this, so you don't see the seam. So you can also do this with small rugs. You can do them with placemats. I've seen people use all sorts of small decorative items from Dollar Trees and just stuff them and then glue gun them. And it really works well if you're just looking for an accent pillow. The third thing I would suggest is look for clearance pillows. Which is kind of a no-brainer. But what I did recently when I wanted to change out all the couch pillows that I have is I went to At Home. You can order online if you don't have one in your area. And let me just reach for this other one. At Home has a line of very basic non-print pillows that come in just about every color you can imagine. And they're $5.95. And they're fairly large, as you can see. And again, you can pick any color that goes with your home decor. So I bought several of these because they're cheap, they're fluffy, they're comfortable. And then I'm gonna reach again. I splurged and got a couple of pillows that were decorative that I found on clearance. I got this one for $10. But that way I was able just to get the basic colored pillows and then a couple of accent pillows with some prints on them, and I was able to replace all my pillows for very cheap. So those are three things: making your own pillows, looking at thrift stores and recovering, and then just buying some basic ones, which are cheaper, and having a few that are really pretty. I've also noticed that there are several stores that are really upping their game when it comes to pillows. I was in Dollar General recently, and they had a whole row of decor pillows, and they were all ranging from around $8 to $10, and they were super cute. A lot were in the modern farmhouse style that everyone's going after. So check around at some of your local stores like Dollar General, of course, IKEA, At Home, and you can find some really good values on pillows. But that's a quick way to update your decor. Plants and flowers are another way to quickly bring life to your home and to do it on a budget. Especially in the spring. I love to buy plants and flowers and different kinds of grasses and plant them in my Dollar Tree containers outside. But also bringing that inside, I really feel like is a great way to bring the outdoors indoors and just bring some life into your home. Don't pay full price. I very rarely go to plant places or nurseries and buy the items off the shelf there because they're really expensive. But there are a lot of places where you can find cheaper plants and flowers. But there are a lot of places like Aldi, Trader Joe. Sometimes I'll see them at Walmart, even on clearance, and I can get a big bouquet for $5. They are on clearance at grocery stores and flower places too. I used to have a local grocery store down the street that would put out like single carnations or single roses, sometimes for 50 cents. And so I would just buy a couple of those. But putting fresh flowers around your house, maybe buying a bouquet and dividing it up into several smaller vases and putting it around your house is a real pick-me-upper. Also plants, Walmart usually has a clearance section, so do Lowe's and Home Depot. Often you can go in there and find plants that are on clearance, especially if they're trying to like move out summer plants and bring in winter stock and things like that. I also have a local nursery in the area that sells plants at a consignment shop of all places, and I get really big, beautiful house plants for like $5 and $6. So look around, and those are flowers only last for a couple of days or weeks depending on what you buy, but plants last for a long time, especially if you can figure out how to keep them alive, and it can really bring a lot of life and color to your home. Another way to change out the decor in your home quickly and for different seasons, for different holidays, and on a budget, is to change the art in your home. I love art, but art can be very expensive. So a couple of the things I have done over the years is I've had people I know who like art and are good at it make it for me. Recently, my daughter has made me a couple of prints, and I'm going to show those to you here. And I just look for frames at the Dollar Tree or at Walmart or online on clearance and frame those out. Another great resource when you're wanting to get new art for your home is, again, the thrift store. I've had really good luck over the years finding great art at thrift stores, and I also look for to see if there's a tag on it that maybe that day it's reduced. Or I remember once I went into a store and found an art print that I really liked, and I saw that it was a color, the color of the tag that was on that piece of art was going to be reduced by 50% the next day. So I came back and bought it the next day at half off, and I got a beautiful painting for like $5, and I'll show that to you here. So keep your eyes open. Another thing you can do is buy a piece of art at a thrift store that has a frame that you love, and you can use the frame and put something else in it. I did this recently. I bought a thrift store frame, I painted it white, and then I went to Hobby Lobby. I was looking to put a map in a room, and I found a poster of a map that was a map that I loved, and I put that poster, which I got for half off because it was on sale at Hobby Lobby, inside the frame that I had purchased and repainted. I really enjoy abstract art. So I got online a couple of years ago. I Googled abstract art and I found some prints that I thought were really cool. And then I went down into my garage and found the house paint that I had left over from where I had painted several rooms in my house. And I used mostly that paint to create some abstract art, just copying it from prints I had seen online. And I created something which I now have hanging in my dining room, which I love. And the colors in it perfectly mirrored the colors in the rest of my house. So that was a really fun project. Another thing you can do is search for prints online. Two of my favorite resources are Etsy. You can search for a print that you like online, and then you can download it, usually for just a few dollars. My sister got me several prints that were around $5 each, and then you download them and you print them off somewhere and frame them. Another great resource is Unsplash, where you can search thousands of different images, and then you can actually download those for free, and you have to print them off somewhere as well. But again, look online at places like Walgreens and Shutterfly. They often have 50% off codes where you can get things printed really cheaply, and then you can frame them. I often use Dollar Tree frames for some of my smaller art, and for larger art, you can keep your eye open at thrift stores, at garage sales. Facebook Marketplace is another great place. You might see a print that you don't particularly care for, but it might be in a frame you like, and you can use that print or that frame for something else. And if you're really, really on a tight budget, I have printed off things off my home printer from my home computer before many times in black and white if that's all I had. Here are 3 examples of that. So you can search online, either for black and white prints that are free to copy or free to download, free to print. And then you can also just create things yourself on Microsoft Publisher, Microsoft Word, print out your favorite verse, print out your favorite quote, go to the Dollar Tree and find a frame, and just get creative. And some of my favorite things over the years, I used to have a big frame that hung in our entryway, and there's my son. And every Christmas, I would put something different in that frame. Sometimes it was a gift bag from the Dollar Tree that I would cut out and put in that frame because it had a really cool designer print. Sometimes I would print something off in black and white off my computer, like a favorite verse or quote, and put it in there. Sometimes it was some artwork that I had tried to do. But every Christmas, I would put something different in that frame and hang it in our entryway. And it was free, and I just loved creating that every Christmas. So pillows are a great way to update your home. Art, plants, also knickknacks. Knickknacks are an easy way to change out the decor in your home. You might have little Christmas things around or little winter things right now, and you can change those out for spring things that you get at thrift stores, that you make yourself, items that you spray paint. I have a little bird that is white, and I've been searching for just the right color of yellow spray paint. It's a little enamel bird, and I'm going to spray paint it. I'll show it to you in a minute. But there have been many items over the years where perhaps my style, my taste, my color has evolved, and I just spray paint them and they work great. Here is an example. So on my console here that I have my TV on, I've had these Christmas candles sitting here. My poor little plant's turning brown, but I'm just going to change them out with some more springy candles that my kids actually got for me for Christmas. And moving into the kitchen, I'm still in search of some boxwood or some greenery that I can make some kind of springy wreaths to place up here. But these, this is an example of how you can get creative. I bought a Dollar Tree Christmas wreath, and I cut it in 2 pieces and put them back together and made these 2 small wreaths and hung them up with ribbon. So these were 50 cents a piece, and they've been there all winter, and I really love them. And this is my little white bird that sits up here, and I just put that up there. I did have this little wintry evergreen up there that I had bought from IKEA for $2.50 that just sat above my kitchen sink and just made me smile every time I did dishes, so I'll replace it with this little bird. And then as I'm walking by here, I'm like, this is another great way to quickly change out decor is with kitchen towels and bathroom towels. So for a few dollars, you can change from something, maybe the colors you've had for winter or fall or Christmas, and do something a little more cheery for the season. So I hope you found these tips useful, and maybe it gets your creative juices flowing, and I hope that you're able to be inspired to make your home beautiful and comfortable in a place that you enjoy being, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.